Edward, a billionaire accustomed to the silence of his grand mansion, came home early one day. The usual quiet was replaced by an unfamiliar sound, a gentle melody, drawing him towards his son William's playroom. He pushed the door ajar, expecting to see a new toy or a video game. Instead, what he saw made his heart stop. There on the floor sat his maid, Catherine, and his 7-year-old son, William. But Catherine wasn't cleaning. Her fingers danced across the keys of a small, worn keyboard, teaching William a simple tune. The melody was hauntingly familiar, a lullaby Edward hadn't heard in years. It was his late wife Elizabeth's favorite song. A knot tightened in Edward's chest. He had packed away every photo, every reminder of Elizabeth, trying to shield his son and himself from the pain of her loss. How could Catherine know this song? He felt a surge of anger, a sense of betrayal. Was she overstepping? Prying into a past he had so carefully locked away? "What's going on here?" Edward's voice was sharp, cutting through the soft music. Catherine jumped, her face flushing. William looked up, his eyes wide with a mixture of fear and excitement. "Daddy, Catherine is teaching me Mummy's song." Edward's gaze fell on Catherine. "Where did you hear that?" he demanded, his tone cold. Catherine's eyes filled with tears. She hesitated, her hands trembling slightly. I used to play it for her," she whispered, her voice barely audible. Edward stared at her, confused. "Play it for who?" "For Elizabeth," Catherine replied, looking him straight in the eye. We were sisters." The world seemed to tilt on its axis. Sisters? Elizabeth had always said she was an only child, an orphan raised by distant relatives. He searched Catherine's face, looking for a lie, but all he saw was a profound, shared grief. "She ran away from home when she was 16, Catherine explained, her voice choked with emotion. "Our parents were difficult. She wanted a different life. She made me promise never to tell anyone, especially not you. She was afraid you'd think less of her for coming from a family like ours." Edward sank into a nearby chair, his mind reeling. Elizabeth, his elegant, poised wife, had a secret sister, a sister who was now his maid. He remembered Catherine's interview. She'd been overqualified, yet desperate for the job. He had dismissed it as a sign of the tough economy. Now it all made sense. She hadn't wanted a job. She had wanted to be close to her nephew, the last living piece of her sister. William, oblivious to the adult turmoil, started playing the melody again, his small fingers fumbling on the keys. The simple notes filled the room, weaving a story of love, loss, and long-held secrets. Edward looked from his son to Catherine, this woman who had silently watched over them, guarding a promise to the sister she had lost. His anger melted away, replaced by a wave of profound understanding and gratitude. He had spent years trying to erase the past, but Catherine had brought a piece of it back, not with pain, but with music. He walked over and placed a hand on William's shoulder, his eyes meeting Catherine's over his son's head. For the first time in a long time, the mansion didn't feel empty. It felt like a home, filled with the echoes of a love that had never truly left. Thank you so much for joining us for this story. If you were moved, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content that touches the heart. We'll see you next time.